I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of warranties. Warranties are those things that let you get your money back when you're not happy with what you bought. But you probably don't realize is that warranties are an important part of business law, and they're actually governed by the Uniform Commercial Code and the Magnuson-Moss Act of 1975. So what I want to do right now is just give you a quick overview in about 5 minutes of the 4 types of warranties that are covered under warranty law. And so you can see on the screen there what those warranties are. I won't read it to you because you're smart and you're grown up and you can read. So there's the 4, and then I want to explain a little bit about each one. So the first, express warranties, is where you make an express promise that a product will perform a certain way. You can do that in a couple ways. One is to actually just tell the person, I affirm or I promise the product will do such and such. But a second way you can make an express warranty, and sometimes one that catches business owners by surprise, is just by describing their goods. So if you describe your goods in a certain manner that sounds like a promise that the goods will do a certain thing, then you're making an express warranty. If you sell someone a car and say this car will go 100,000 miles without any problems, then you're making an express warranty. You're promising them that the car will do that, and you can be held liable and have to pay some damages if it doesn't do that. And then the third is through a sample or model. If you have a sample that shows a certain thing or does a certain thing, then you're promising that the product you're selling will do the same. So those are express warranties. Those are a specific promise. You can see at the bottom there of the screen, it says puffing versus warrants. Recognize that puffing, something like saying, this is the best car you'll ever drive. That's not a warrant, okay? You're not promising anything. You're just stating an opinion, and you're doing so in a grandiose way. So in order for it to be a warranty, you have to make a specific statement that it will do a specific thing. So that's an express warranty. Then the other 3 warranties are implied warranties. Implied is just what it sounds like. You don't specifically say it's going to do something. Instead, it's implied. So the first is what's called an implied warranty of merchantability. And what this means is if a merchant, and that is somebody who's in the business of selling stuff to other people, if a merchant sells something to somebody, then they're implying it's merchantable, meaning that it is intended for the purpose that a normal good of that type is intended for. So if a grocery store sells you food, they're implying that that food is safe to eat. They don't have to say it. They don't have to have a sign up that says this food is good to eat. We guarantee it. They're just implying that it's good to eat and safe to eat. If someone sells you a car, they're implying it will function like a car does. Now, it has to be a merchant. So someone's selling you a car at a garage sale or a personal sort of transaction, these warranty laws don't apply to them. But a car dealership that sells you a car is implying that the car is going to run and do what a car does. They can give a specific disclaimer saying, as is, meaning we haven't really checked it and we can't promise anything. But they would have to do that. Without that specific disclaimer, then they're implying that it is merchantable, meaning it will work for the purpose that such a normal good would normally work. The second implied warranty is what's called fitness for a particular purpose. And this is based on businesses that use what I would call an expert selling technique. In town, we have 2 hardware stores. One of them is a big box store. And so usually when people go in there, they don't expect the employees to have a great degree of expertise or knowledge in the product they're selling. They're just sort of picking the product off the counter or off the shelf and then taking it home and using it. The other one is a small retailer, and they even advertise that their paint department has an expert. And so if you go in there and you say to this expert, hey, I need to use this paint for an area around a swimming pool. So I need it to be something that can deal well with chlorine fumes and caustic chemical areas. And then that expert, knowing that you're relying on their expertise, suggests a product to you and you take that home and use it, they've implied that this product is fit for this particular purpose through their expert power. So anytime as a business owner, you're going to sort of put yourself out there as the expert, and then you make a recommendation to somebody, you're implying to them that the product you're selling is fit for a particular purpose. And then the final and implied warranty is an implied warranty of title. And again, it really deals with merchants, people who sell for a living. But a seller is warranting or promising that when they sell something, they're selling it with good title, meaning that the ownership is transferring from the seller to the buyer. They're also warranting that the title is theirs to convey, that they have a right to sell this thing to you because it's theirs, and that it's free of any other interests. Like there's not going to be a lien on it from somebody else, or that not somebody else with an ownership interest in it. So those are the 4 types of warranties. Hopefully, as you guys move into being managers and owning your own businesses, understanding when you're making a promise to a customer that could potentially have you legally liable can really help you avoid some problems, but can also help you to back up your product, to make those warranties which are appropriate for it.